Hey there, Dr. JP Guidry here. I want to talk a little bit about some tips and tools to help make your workouts and your training more consistent. So these are some kind of easy things you can put into place to remove as many barriers between you and getting your workouts done as possible. So number one we're going to talk about is making your workouts as accessible and as easy to get to as possible. And what I mean by this is not only where you're doing them, so if working out at home is best for you, then structure it so that get the tools and things you need. You don't need a whole lot of equipment necessarily to make progress to work out at home. If, let's say, there's a gym between your work and home and it's easier just to stop off there before you get home after work or on your way to work, then set up a membership at that gym. And you're going to be passing by it every day, so it's going to be more likely to stop by. Other things, so schedule. So obviously, if mornings are easier for you, try to schedule in the mornings. If evenings are easier or if lunchtime's easier, then schedule your workouts in those times. And then make the time slot fit what you can do. If you have an hour lunch and you want to work out 30 minutes and then have 30 minutes to eat, then only do a 30-minute workout. Don't try to force in more than you need to do. Same thing is, if it's better for you to do 5 shorter workouts a week versus 3 longer workouts or vice versa, then don't try to fit 3 longer workouts into a schedule that's better for 5, and so keeping those things in mind, being real with yourself and honest with yourself, these are all questions I ask clients I work with before we kind of figure out how we're going to put a program together for them, and again, my number one goal with every client I work with is consistency. So I'm trying to help them eliminate those barriers as much as possible. Then we can build and progress from there. Number 2 is going to be schedule your workout as you would any other important meeting. Put it in your calendar, schedule it, fit it in those times we talked about in the first tip, and make it a non-negotiable, a non-cancelable thing. So you schedule the rest of your day around that time. If there's emergency, obviously those things happen. You may need to miss it or move it. But for the most part, you're going to work around that workout time as you fill in the rest of your schedule, not going to move it around to fit your schedule. Number 3 is going to be make it enjoyable or add in some enjoyable things. The reality is if you hate doing it, then you're going to be less likely to stick to it. Now, not everybody loves working out. Personally, I enjoy it. I especially enjoy lifting weights. If you ask me to go run 3 days a week, that's probably not happening, or it would take a lot of effort on my part or some kind of commitment. But I love training. I love lifting, so it's very easy for me to do that and motivate myself to do that. But there are some things we want to have in a program if especially we want to reach certain goals. So, for the goal of golf performance and gaining swing speed and things like that, we need to do some strength training. We need to do some power training. We need to do some mobility work. So making sure that there's some element of enjoyment in that, whether it's, so I think speed training is really fun. I love, hitting 10, 20 golf balls at the end or at the beginning of my workouts, just going at it. Obviously, if you love lifting, then structure it around where you get in the stuff you don't like less, or vice versa. And just working some fun activities around that. Whether it's playing sports, playing basketball, other sports outside of golf, hiking, walking, things like that. Get some of your fitness and exercise from that, so that then you can do the minimal effective dose of the other stuff. So you still need to get some of those things in, even if you don't enjoy them and don't like them. But get the minimal effective dose of that, meaning the minimal amount you could do to get some kind of a benefit from it and progress from it, and then get the rest of your exercise from things you enjoy. So hopefully these 3 tips help you. Again, number 1, we're going to talk about making your workouts accessible as far as where you do them, when you do them, how long they last. Number 2, we're going to schedule those workouts as we would schedule any important meeting. We're going to make that non-negotiable. And number 3, we're going to add some element of fun and play and enjoyment to our fitness around still doing the things we need to get done. If you have any questions, reach out to me, johnpaul@guidrypt.com.